Jane, this is Nico from Cliff Jones RV in Sealy, Texas. I'm here with our technician Tommy, and he'll be showing you all about your new RV.
Good morning. All right, we're going to go over a quick overview of this unit. We're over here at the tongue jack, so we do have 2 safety chains. We have a breakaway cable, and I have your 7-way connected to a little device that I've made up to make sure that all of your lights on your running lights on your vehicle. It does come equipped with electric tongue jack, so you do have a light switch over here, and then you can go up and down. So once you get your vehicle unhooked from your tow vehicle, then you would get it level from front to rear by using your tongue jack. Then you can drop your stabilizer jacks. 2 stabilizer jacks in the front, 2 stabilizer jacks in the rear. Now, I do suggest putting blocks on this. Since this unit sits a little higher, you would want to put some blocks in there so you're not overextending your scissor jacks or stabilizer jacks. So I wanted to point that out. It does come equipped with a 20-pound propane tank. Now, this tank is completely topped off, except for what I'm going to show you on the stove in a few minutes. This unit does come with the juice pack. I'm sure Nico's informing you. So the juice pack, you have a 50-watt solar panel up top. That solar panel's sole purpose is to trickle charge your battery. It's not designed to charge your battery. That one you would have to plug it into your 120-volt outlet source or get it to get a trickle charger. So we'll go on over here to the water heater. It's located on the driver's side in the front. So this is a 6-gallon water heater. It is a Suburban, so this thing will run on electric or gas. This is your heating element, 120-volt heating element, gas valve, gas line, gas chamber, and electronic igniter. So if you were to choose it on gas, there's a switch inside. I'll show you in a moment for the water heater. For electric, once you make sure you're hooked up to city water, make sure you got water coming out in your tank. You can go over here and hit this button right here. That switch will turn on your electric element, and it'll come on and off to heat your water as needed. Most people, they'll use it in electric mode. I tell a lot of people that gas would be like a backup, but whatever you prefer to use. And you do attach it like this. Recommend putting a bug screen here. It's like a little small basket to keep mud daubers or whatever wasp out of there, so they don't block your chamber. This is your water center. So this is your freshwater fill. So you're off the grid and you don't have water readily available through the city water, so forth. You would fill this water up in here, and then you would turn on an on-demand pump inside. That's on your monitor panel, and it will pump water to all your fixtures in the unit. Now, if you do have city water, well water available, you hook up your water hose here. And I do recommend putting a water regulator on the end of that water hose when you turn it in here to regulate your water pressure. This is an outdoor shower. It comes with hot and cold running water. Move over to the side. This is your slide out. This is an in-wall slide out. So you have a motor on the left and a motor on the right. They will work together to bring your slide in and out. The low point drains, if you look under here, they're underneath your unit, underneath the beam. There are 2 valves, and that one he's pointing at right there, that's your fresh water drain. So that is a little 2-inch gate that will dump your water out of your fresh water tank. The valves are underneath there. Believe me, they're for your hot and cold, blue and red water lines, PEX pipe. Only thing you need to remember about your slide out is to keep these lubricated with a rubber conditioner. You can get that in any RV place. There are many different makes. Camco is the one we use, recommend. This is your 120-volt, 30-amp outlet here. I do have my service cord hooked up, but we have tested your cord, which is 25-foot long, and I'll show you that in just a second also. Right over here, we have your sewer. So you would need to purchase a sewer hose, hook it up to the dump site, and these valves are open as you see right here. So this is the gray valve for your gray tank. That's your shower water, sink water, so forth. The black one, which is open also right now, is for your toilet only. So in a scenario where how you would want to use it, if you're camping, you always want to leave your black tank closed so you can start off with a little water in it, put a bio pack in it, and then start using it. And you need to monitor it on the panel. When it gets 2/3 to full, you need to go ahead and empty it out. Now, if you want to, you can leave the gray open, but a lot of people will leave it closed. And when they dump the black, then they'll follow it up with gray to clean out your hose. So whichever one you do it. And it does come with a sewer cap, which I do not have on right now. So that's your sewer area. Over here is a outside light for your sewer area. So this is not a motion, it's turned on inside on the monitor panel. In the backside over here, it does come equipped with a backup camera system. Nico will let you know how to do that. You have to download an app. He can go through that with you. Cargo rack, 200-pound capacity. That includes your spare tire. So basically, you're looking at 175, 170 pounds. Let's move over here. So your unit, you can see right from here, it comes with two basically doors. So you can have two separate keys. You can have two keys for your back door or your bunk door. Those are going to be labeled 389, and you can go with the deadbolt here too. This will raise up for storage, and you can store stuff in here when you're traveling, and it's also a bunk. It is pet friendly. I do have the awning out now, so it is totally extended. If you look over here, if Nico could follow me, the flap is down, and you can see a tag right there. That's as far as you want to go as far as extending it. And the pitch points are for these little knobs here. You loosen these, and then you go down on the pit. You can do your pitch or run the water off or whatever case, but there's one on each side. I recommend you extend them out when you're pulling the awning in. You have your awning lights, which is the rope lights underneath your awning up there, and then these lights right here are on your speakers, waterproof speakers. They come on with a switch inside, and I'll show you that in a minute. TV mount, TV antenna connection, 120 volt GFI plug. This is your intake and outtake for your heat, propane. So you definitely need to get a bug screen for this also. Keep the bugs out of there. This is your outdoor refrigerator. Now this thing is 120 volts. And this is your, whenever you plug it in, if you have it on, it's always going to come on, but you do have the opportunity on this one to turn this off. Now this door and your cargo door are locked with the cargo key. The black one key is for your outdoor shower, and of course I said you got two keys for each entry door. Now your main entry is 377 keys, so you could have two 377 keys and two 389 keys. We'll go ahead and go on over to your cargo area here. So this is your cargo. It's accessible through this outside door, or the bed lifts up and you can go ahead and get in through there. This is your 25-foot 30-amp cord that's been tested. This crank goes right here, goes to your tongue jack. In case something would happen to your tongue jack or a motor would go out, you would go ahead and use this crank to manually crank it up and down. Also, they come equipped with a 3/4 inch manual crank. I recommend you get a portable drill with a 3/4 inch socket. Now this is a tempered glass door, so as you can see through there. So it does. You can also purchase a thin shade. It just snaps in place to keep for a little bit more privacy. One thing I want to tell you about the entry door, and I'll probably have to put the slide in, and I'll get to that in a minute. Excuse me, the awning. Step inside. Over to the right, as you get through the entry door, you have your bedroom. You have above bed storage, lighting underneath, smoke detector, antenna booster, outlet for your TV, and a TV mount. This unit comes equipped with one mount for the TV, so you can take the TV outside if you wish, like I mentioned earlier. Come equipped with accordion shades. They go up and down by pulling in the center of them. These strings on the ends are for tension. They keep the shade up. As I noticed, there's a handle here. You can lift this up and you get it inside underneath the bed. Over here, you have a USB port on this side and a docking port for a Bluetooth speaker. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. And outlet for power. This is your slide. So this actually makes into a bed. You lay the table down on these, take the table off the legs, put it on these rails, and then position your cushions to make it into a bed. It's also an accordion shade. I recommend two hands go up and down with that one, and you have push button lights in your slide. We're going to switch over to the monitor panel. So you got a battery indicator, so that's fully charged. Fresh water tank is 1/3, which I have a little water. I'm pumping water on there to show you the features of the water. And then you got your black and your gray, which are empty right now. So this is your water pump switch. If you're hooked up to the city water, you don't have to worry about this. But for right now, I'm pumping water out of your fresh water tank. So I'm gonna turn that on, and it's gonna use the water pump to pump the water through all your fixtures. This right here is for the water heater outside. So if you want to use it on gas, like I said, this fault light's going to come on. It's going to take about 10 seconds to go through the light sequence. So when you see that light go out, you know it's lit outside and it's on the gas mode. So if it went out, so it's working on gas right now. It's your awning lights. That's also the indoor lights. If you look at the speaker lights, it's going to come on and off. That cuts your rope light, and your outdoor speakers and indoor speakers got a little blue light. And the convenience light, that's the light outside by your sewer, that cuts that off and on. And then you've got we're going to do the awning retract. So we're going to go hold down to retract. Notice your awning's going to roll back up. It takes, it wraps a little slower than it extends. Make sure it wraps evenly. When this unit gets, when the awning gets by the side of the unit, it has got a motor on the front side, of course, and that will lock it in place to the side of the unit. You don't have to tie anything down. I do want to mention, if something would happen to your awning, there is a little bitty rubber cap on top of the motor side that you can take off, and there's a little screw, usually a 5/16 head, that you can use a drill with to get your awning in. So your awning's all the way in on the side, and I'm going to show you the steps real quick. Nico can stay inside. If you look down here, we have your steps will fold in. So you want to make sure that this part right here is flush as possible to your threshold. And if it's not, if it's too far up, it would impede your door from closing. So make sure that that's the way, that's flush, and then you shouldn't have no problems with the door. Now do all this after you've got it level. Over here, fire extinguisher. This is your battery disconnect, so this will disconnect all the power to the inside of this unit. You have a little storage down here. Of course, you lose a little bit because you have an outdoor refrigerator. This is your stove. Notice if I have the light off, nothing's going to happen. Turn the light on, and you get lights automatically. You just got to push and turn. This folds down, give you a little bit more countertop space. You've got all your information packaged in the cabinet above your kitchen sink. This is your voltage meter as far as what's being charged to your battery. This right here is your stereo. Hit it once to turn it off. Find a station here.
Remember to join Earning the News for Town Square today.
And then to pause it, just hit it once, and then to cut it off, hold it down. And it does have Bluetooth capability and all that. 110 volt microwave. Light underneath here, fan. It's your heater. We went on the slide. This is your controls for your heat. So you would turn this on right here, whatever temperature you want. The fan's going to come on. As long as you have your gas turned on, it's automatically going to ignite itself, come on and off as needed. To turn it off, you just hold this down, pull this back over here, and it'll go through the cycle of shutting down. Over here we have your 12 volt refrigerator. So this is a pretty, one of the 12 volts that started coming out a couple years ago, so they're pretty much all going to that. So you do have your controls down here. So you can hit the set button, go to 4, that controls your temperatures. And then you can make your freezer colder by the center dial in there. And if you want to turn it off, which you'll receive this unit with the refrigerator turned off, you hold it down, this set button 10 seconds, and it'll turn it off. To turn it back on, you just hold it down 10 seconds to come back on. Right here's your converter, which as we see in the industry, this has 120 volt breakers. All mapped out here, main, AC, GFI, microwave, and you got 12 volt. These are all everything from your lighting to your slide motors to your water pump and all that. It's all mapped out. So I would keep some spare 15s around. just in case. Now, while we're on this, we highly recommend getting you a 30 amp surge protector to protect you for bad wiring or so forth. This particular unit installed probably with labor is about $600 if something would happen to that. So just want to keep you aware of that. Protect yourself at all times. CO2 detector is right down here. So it's green, it's in a working mode. If it would happen to flash real fast, you need to evacuate the unit, find out the source of the problem, and then fix it. Over here's your bunk area, so it does come with some pillow-like cushions, pretty nice. And then you got USB and light on each one. There's no 120 volt outlet in here. We'll move on to the bathroom. Now the bathroom does not have a sink, so it's in the shower itself. So, and then you got a pedal toilet, front pedal. As I said before, you always want to start off when you're camping, maybe holding it, once you get water hooked up, hold the pedal down for a good 30, 45 seconds, then put a bio pack in there to get you started. And of course the shower, and it comes with a complimentary liquid pack, but I recommend the pack as they're a lot less messy. And you do have a vent fan over here, so you can open it up here if you want to, get a little warm air, get a little hot air out, just open it up and then turn it on. Got 4 speeds. And then you can turn it off, and then it'll lock it down. Once you get it in place, you push it up to lock it in place. And your air conditioning, last but not least, is right above Nico right here. So your controls for your temperatures right here, and then you got high fan, low fan, low cool, high cool. So these are your vents there. You can either be open or closed. You got one on each side, one towards the bedroom and one towards the bathroom. These are where your filters are at. You just pop these tabs right down here, drop it down, and they're reusable, so you can just blow them out or wash them out. I hope that goes over most of the stuff for you today, and I really do appreciate your business.